My given name is Meth Elk. My Christian name is Sterling. And I'm originally from the Poland Island. That's where I'm from. And my mother is from there. And my culture is the Lachibu. That's my tribe, is the Lachibu. And I got into it when I lost my mother, and I lost my father, I lost my brothers and my sisters. And I got into that. But in the Christian way, people are not supposed to get into things like that. But it's been about 3, 4, oh Lord forgive me, I think it's about 8 or 9 years I've been into the traditional movement. And Meth Elk is, the meaning of Meth Elk is the chief who talks bravely. It's a Nach name that belongs to a chief. Nach means a high-ranked name that belongs to Meth Elk. Grief, I've seen a lot of it, and I got a lot of people that called in, and a lot of young people couldn't cope with what happened to their friends. And some of them said they had a dream of their friend that hanged themselves. And they said, I'm afraid to do that. And I said to them that you can't listen to that because your life is more important. I said, move on, just ask for help. I'm here to help you, to pray you through. But all the death that's been going on with the young people. And I tell them, I said, to the ones that are left behind, their friends, I said, this is just the beginning of the person that commits suicide. Because the Bible talks, he that taketh his own life in the New Testament tells there's no hope. And I tell them, I said, just get a hold of people, your grandmother, your grandfather, and tell them how you're really hurting. So most of them are really trying to hang on to the best, to the ability of their lives. That's why I tell all these young people, when you feel this urge, just get a hold of people. Get a hold of Christian people. Okay? See your grandmother, your grandfather for help. Tell them what you're going through. And I tell them that, one of the boys said that it's going on to about 10 years for his friend that died, that was in suicide. And I can't cope with it. And I told him, I said, it's a process, healing. See people, go to revival, go to church somewhere. Talk to your friends that don't drink, I said to him. So it takes time. And when me and my wife lost our daughter, and the lady said that her only son was murdered by his girlfriend, which is about 5, 6 years ago. And she said, it still hurt, the pain's still there. And she said, you want to know something? My wife was crying, she said, well, it's a healing process. It's just overwhelmed because seeing that they were trying to cover him up with a gunshot. So she said that the only one that could really help her was, pray and ask the Lord to really deal and help her, and that's what she's been doing. And that's everyday process that me and my wife is doing, is praying. Because I always say to the rest of my family, my sons and my daughters, my grandchildren, I tell them, I said, you're here. Now's the time, listen to me, quit what you're doing, They got families of their own, but the young kids, they really listen when we talk about the Lord. It's a healing process. But when you're alone, like when I'm alone, I cry, thinking of, if my daughter was here, me and her were almost like real friends, she was like a friend to me. Every time when she see me going through something, she's always there to hold on to me. And then vice versa, she's hurt, and then I'm there to do the same for her. But what me and my family do is we hug each other, and we miss her, but we just hug each other. And that's what I want to say to all the ones that lost loved ones that go through all this pain and hurt that they're carrying, is to hug their family that are still here. Hey.